Hey everybody, it's me again. All right, I'm a little late because I was, for the first time, gone farther than 2 minutes from my house. So guess what? There was traffic. Yes, Los Angeles thinks everything's fine. Oh well, I hope for those people it is. Today we're going to go back to my favorite guy, Emmett Fox. And he has a daily meditation book called Around the Year with Emmett Fox. Mine is so old, it doesn't have dates. It just says this is the 158th day, and I don't know what day that is in calendar time, but we're going to read this one. You can't, but God can. The spiritual forces that created and sustain the whole universe are available to help you at any time, provided that you call upon them intelligently. Oh dear. And he didn't just leave us with that. He tells us how to do it. The way to call upon this power is to become quiet, both mentally and physically. Then call upon it quietly to do what it knows to be necessary. Do not dictate ways and means. Have you ever seen a huge hoist in action at the docks? No, but we've seen it build buildings. You know what happens. The operator wouldn't dream of trying to pull a load up with his muscles. He would damage himself seriously. So what does he do? He gently throws a switch, a small switch, and he leaves it there. Then the electric power raises the load to any height that is required. When you work spiritually, you are applying infinite power to your problem, and there can be but one outcome, and that is victory. Great in counsel and mighty in work, for thine eyes are open upon all ways, and the sons of man and women. So what he's saying, and I'm borrowing it from the 12 steps, I call this fresh out of plans, when nothing in your bag of tricks works, so you are fresh out of power. You don't have enough power to solve a problem, pull something off, whatever it is. You are done. Nothing in there works. So your problem is basically lack of power. And the book says, lack of power, that was our dilemma. We had to find a power by which we could live. So it's very simple. We make it so complicated. If I don't have the power to hoist whatever the crane's trying to bring up or solve the problem, or then a lot of times what we'll do is we'll go into self-will and we're going to force this thing to fit. And Emmett says, get quiet physically, stop doing, and get quiet mentally. Stop thinking. Now, if you do that, you get power. And that's, if your problem's lack of power, you need power. And what does he say? You get power from this invisible source. Take it to this higher power. And don't dictate, do this, do that, as we've talked about before. This power is not Santa Claus. It's not a virtual assistant. It keeps Saturn on its axis. So you go to it and say, do whatever you need to, which is another way of saying thy will, not mine. And if you can rest in that, he promises victory. And how many times has that been true? The more you force and force and force, and it still doesn't work, and it still doesn't work. And when you finally let go, then things begin to unfold. So if you're trying to force a fit or push or feel lack of power, remember, there is a power, and it is more powerful. It keeps the trees. You know, it's interesting when the protests were happening and COVID and riots and Tuesday and whatever, I always look at nature. It's like, okay, the trees were just standing here. It's like, yeah, well, we'll let this kind of roll on by and move through us. Hurricanes, the trees just bend over all the way down to the ground if they need to, because they're going to just stand there and say, okay, I'm just going to roll with it, whatever happens. We're the only creatures on the planet trying to stop a hurricane, or I don't know what it is in us. I know when I was a car wreck and the car finally came to the stop across 4 lanes of a highway, and I still laugh at myself. I know I'm hurt, and I'm thinking, oh dear, we didn't die, but we're right across the road and it's traffic going home. So I looked out my window to the traffic and I held up my hand like saying, y'all stop, you 4 lanes of traffic going 70 miles an hour. And at the time I was doing it, I had to laugh and think, now, do you think A, can any of these people see you? And B, do you have any kind of power to stop them? But it's just in our DNA. So if you're trying to force a fit, or you're frantic and trying to think, or busy because you can't get something to be fixed or work, relax. Relax and take it easy. That little paragraph in the big book that says, we relax and take it easy, we do not struggle. I thought, what? What a concept. What do you mean you don't struggle? If I'm not struggling, I'm not going to maybe solve this, and then I can pat myself on the back. I think today I'm just a recovering human being. Why on earth do we think we can control the planet? But I did. You may not, but I did. Control the planet, keep Saturn on its axis, leap tall buildings in a single bound, and cook something good for dinner. Anyway. I'm glad y'all are here. I see hello to Missy. Hi to you. We need to talk. And I see Richard and I see Bethany. Thank you all for being here. It means a lot to me. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you Friday. I'm going to count, but I think Friday is my 50th video. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm going to check on that. If it is, I'm going to have to wear a crown or something. Maybe I will. Anyway, I'll see you then. I love you, and you can't do anything about it, even if I do love you. Bye.